I'm going to announce David Oppenheimer from Action Corps to start off, and then we'll have about 5 or 6 others. Thank you for coming.
Can you hear me now? Since 2015, when President Obama backed can't hear me?
I can hold this trigger. Don't worry about the
How are we doing now? Since 2015, when President Obama backed the Saudi-UAE coalition war on Yemen, the U.S. has assisted the Saudi military by supplying weapons, spare parts to the Air Force, intelligence, and fueling Saudi planes in the air. The Saudis have used U.S. assistance in bombing hospitals, dams, food depots, and large civilian gatherings, including weddings and funerals. The Saudi coalition has instituted a sea and air blockade of Yemen, depriving civilians of food, medicine, and fuel. These statistics are low-end estimates. Over 230,000 civilians have died, many from starvation, and right now 2.3 million children are suffering from severe malnutrition. Under Trump, Congress, Democrats in Congress mostly, voted to stop U.S. participation in the war. Trump vetoed the legislation. Biden said he would change things, but essentially he has not. The situation on the ground is as bad as ever. The U.S. does not fuel planes in the air anymore, and some intelligence is stopped, but the blockade and bombing continue. The Democrats have been hesitant to call Biden out on this. Last month, activists had to protest outside of the offices of the progressive Democrats that had brought up the war powers resolutions for Yemen under Trump. So they were out in California outside of Congressman Khanna's office, and in Vermont outside of Bernie Sanders' office. Now, Khanna did come up with a very good amendment to the NDAA, that's the annual military budget bill. So it was voted on, I think, on Thursday and passed, and it has some teeth in it. It's a good amendment to the NDAA. But in the past, the House has come up with similar things, only for the Senate to, when it was under the control of the Republicans, obviously, they did not match it. But the Senate, right now, with a Democrat majority, Senator Reid is the chair of the Senate Armed Services Committee, but their priority has always been to come up with a bill above everything else. So they tend to compromise with Republicans extensively, or with the more Democrats. So we got to keep our eye on that and see what the Senate Armed Services Committee includes into the bill, because in the past, when it goes to conference, when the House is a good bill, the changes die and nothing is done. Now, the Biden administration has been deceitful about this. They came in saying that they were very interested in changing things in Yemen, but they've prevaricated and pretended not to see things that are going on. They say they're against the crimes that the Saudis are committing, but 10 days ago they passed the State Department sent something to Congress asking for another $500 million in support for the Saudi war effort, including giving them spare parts. So it doesn't look good. We have to keep our eye out on that. Now, what to do? What steps can we take? One thing you can do is inform yourself about Yemen and the blockade. Go online to every75seconds.org. It's every 75 is numbers. And there are links there where you can not only learn about what's happening on the ground in Yemen, but you can write your Congress people and call on them to pass a separate War Powers Amendment for Yemen. Okay. Check out Action Corps Rhode Island on Twitter for more information, including how to send financial assistance to Yemen through the Yemen Reconstruction Foundation. And finally, go to Action Corps' website. There's a section there on Yemen where you can learn. That's actioncorps.org for more information on what we can do to change things. Thank you.